We're going to be looking at working with symbols. So the document that you're going to open is Activity 721 Start. So here we've got a bit of artwork. It's just a circle with some appearances, some strokes and fills attached to it. You would know how to do this. So at the moment it's just artwork, but what I want to do is create a symbol out of it. So in my symbols panel, let me just open this up. I'm going to drag it in here, and it comes up with this dialog box. I'm just going to call it button, and I'm going to leave all these settings as they are because these are more to do with web design and Flash. So I'm just going to say OK, and there is my artwork now converted to a symbol, and you'll see that this artwork here now has a different set of controls on the control panel because it is a symbol. So I'm going to just I can duplicate this, or I can drag multiple versions. So I'm going to just drag 4 of these and select them, just change the size, and I'm going to align them and distribute them. Okay, so 4 symbols. These could be anything. Symbols can be any kind of artwork. So if I wanted to make a change, all I need to do is either double click on one of these symbols or on the symbol itself in the symbols panel. And now it opens up that symbol and I can make some sort of change to it. So let's say that I just wanted to edit the gradient. So here maybe I want to change that center color to another color in the gradient. And let's change the stroke to red. Okay, so if I double click away to exit the symbol edit mode, you'll see all those symbols update. I can even add additional artwork. So I'm going to double click to re-enter symbol edit mode, and you'll see that when I double click on a symbol, it opens it in situ, in other words where it appears on your page. Whereas if I double click on the symbol here, it opens it for editing in the center of your screen. So what I'm going to do here with this symbol is I'm going to add another symbol. So I'm going to go to my symbol libraries and to web icons, and I'm going to take this house, okay, which is itself a symbol. So I've got a symbol within a symbol, and I'm going to put the house on the button, and I want that to be white. So I'm going to double click on it to edit the symbol, and then select it and change the color. Okay, so now if I double click away, all my symbols will update with that artwork. So this is one of the beauties of working with symbols, is that it's a very quick process to edit items. There are many circumstances where symbols are really useful. What if I want one of these symbols to be unique? So for example, for this symbol, I want the house to be red instead of white. Well, then I need to make this unique. Instead of being part of a symbol, it needs to be its own artwork. And the way that I do that is by clicking up here on break link. So if I break the link, now I can go in here and I can take this item. I also, remember, this is also a symbol, so I need to break the link for that as well. And now I can change that to red, double click away, and only that symbol has changed. So that's now unique. If you have a symbol and you want to change it to another symbol, you can simply select it, and up at the top here you have replace, and you can choose another symbol. So that's pretty easy. The only things that you can do with symbols to edit them that are not going to result in all of them changing is scale. So I can make each individual symbol a different size, rotation, and I can also apply an effect. So for example, for this particular symbol, if I go in here and I choose drop shadow, only that symbol gets the drop shadow. So those are all appearances that are applied on top of the symbol, but the actual symbol artwork itself is linked to the original symbol here. Okay, So next we're going to look at the second artboard here, and we're going to experiment with some of the symbol tools. So I'm going to go and find something to work with here. So I'm in the symbols panel. I'm going to go to the library here, and I'm going to go to retro, and I'm going to click on this butterfly. So that adds it to my symbols library there. So with that butterfly selected, I'm going to go to here, which is the symbol tool. So I have a symbol sprayer tool. So I'm going to choose that tool, and I'm just going to spray some butterflies around on this page. So not too many, so just like in a shape like that. Okay, so the symbol sprayer allows you to spray symbols. It's quite random, so if you want a very specific placement of symbols, this is not the right tool to use. Let's have a look at some of the other ones. So we have a symbol shifter, and every one of these symbol tools, if I double click on it, is going to give me some controls here. I can also change the size of the brush by using my square brackets to change the size. So the symbol shifter just allows me to grab individual symbols and just shift them around. But again, it's more random than it is precise, and it's designed to be like that. So it's kind of working with multiples of things. So that's the symbol shifter. Then we have the symbol scruncher. So if I take that and I click, it sucks them together, and if I hold down Alt and I click, it pushes them apart. So what I want is the ones at the bottom here to be closer together. So I'm just using this symbol scruncher for that. And at the top I want them to be further apart, so I'm going to use Alt and click. Okay, and I'm just going to use the symbol shifter just to bring these back onto the page. Okay, then we have the symbol sizer, and if we click on a butterfly we can push up the size, and if we Alt or Option click on it we can make it smaller. So I want the ones at the bottom to be quite a bit smaller, and then slowly getting bigger and bigger at the top here. Okay, then we have the symbol spinner, which allows us to randomly rotate them. So I'm just dragging on them to give them all a different rotation, so they look more like a, I don't know what you call a lot of butterflies. They're not a flock or a herd. A lot of butterflies. Okay, and then we have a symbol stainer, which allows us to stain the symbols in different colors. So I'm going to start off with a pink color at the bottom here, and the more times you click, the more you stain them. And then I'm going to go to a blue, and then I want the ones right at the top to actually be full color. Okay, so that's the symbol stainer. Then I have the symbol screener, which kind of makes them transparent. So if I click on them, they become slightly less opaque. Okay. Okay, and the last one is the symbol styler. I don't generally use this because I find it can often crash your machine, because what it allows you to do is to choose a graphic style from here and then to apply that to your symbols. It does tend to overwork your processor and it can crash things. Okay, so once you've got that, you'll see that your symbols are one object, but if you double click, you can enter the symbol set, and if you keep double clicking, you can eventually get to the objects. Sorry, you don't double click, you need to expand it. So I'm just going to double click away, select the symbol item, go to Object, Expand, and then I'm going to go to Ungroup. So now I have individual symbols that I can move into position exactly how I want them to be. So So it's kind of a fun way of working. Alright, so that's a little bit about symbols. You can think of whatever your application is for Illustrator. There are many uses for symbols. So if you're an interior design student, you can create a symbols library for all the kinds of things that you might need when you're doing something like a floor plan for a design. You know, you can create symbols for different types of chairs, different types of flooring, different types of plants. If you're a fashion design student, you can create symbols for buttons and zips and pockets and things like that. So there's lots of applications for it. So what I want you to do for this exercise is I want you to repeat the Artboard 2 exercise, but I want you to use your own symbol. So you can go into the symbol libraries here, have a look for something that grabs your fancy, and then I want you to use the symbol tools to create some kind of A4 kind of, think of this as maybe a background or wrapping paper or some kind of graphic that you might use in some sort of situation. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and see you next time.